You're listening to Daily Sip with Marcel, giving you morning moments of insight, laughter, and a little something to stir the soul.
Yeah. And hello. Yeah, and a very, very warm welcome back to Daily Sip with Marcel. I've got my first proper American coffee in a week this morning, and man, does it taste good. I hope whatever you're sipping on today, whether it's coffee, tea, or a glass of water, maybe some wine, some Jameson, Guinness, I don't care. Whatever you're sipping on, I hope it's hitting the spot. First, I want to thank you to everyone for sticking with the show while I was gone, and a special welcome to all my new subscribers who joined. And I want to welcome you all aboard. I'm Marcel. Today is September 26th, 2025, and this is your daily shot of perspective to start your day. I just got back from a short but fantastic trip to Europe, and I'm feeling energized, grateful, and maybe a little bit of jet lag. Yeah, yesterday I really needed a little extra. Let's take the first sip together, though, and the sound of being home. Let's talk about what I saw, and more importantly, how they see us. You know, travel is a powerful reset button. It reminds you that the small things you stress about at home aren't the whole world. My main takeaway from this trip, and it's one I want to bring back to our daily routine, it is the pace of life in Europe. Here, it feels like we're always running to the next thing. We lunch at our desk, we rush through our workouts, and we rarely take a full 2-week vacation. Over there, the focus is often on running away from the stress. Dinners are long, afternoon breaks are mandated, and there's a real reverence of doing nothing once the workday is done. It made me realize that productivity isn't just about how fast we work. It's about how well we recharge. I want us all to find one thing this week that we can slow down and truly savor. Maybe it's making a proper meal, or maybe it's dedicating 30 minutes to just reading a book without checking your phone. That's the first bit of European philosophy I'm bringing back. Now, for the elephant in the room, how does Europe view America? This was great. I really enjoyed this because whenever anybody said, "Oh, where do you come from?" and I said, "United States," and they said, "Oh, how do you like President Trump?" And my answer always was, I love him. I love him. I love what he's doing. And you know what? 90% of the people that I talked to said, I love him too. They really do. They want to express how they admire us and they admire what we do. The admiration is clear. They see our innovation, our entrepreneurial spirit, and our scale. The idea of the American dream still exists in a romantic way, a place where you can truly reinvent yourself. They love our pop culture, our films, our music. That still dominates globally, and they consume it enthusiastically. I got to watch some television, and that was a fascinating window into the European psyche. I happened to be there for the president's state visit to England, which included the lavish state dinner at Windsor Castle. On American news, this kind of event is often framed as a huge geopolitical moment, Over there, it was a wall-to-wall pageantry commentary. They were discussing the king's speech, the guest list, who sat next to who. It was a masterclass in how to treat major political news as a piece of high society drama, slightly removed from the messy realities of policy. A huge amount of respect for the office, but a clear, detached perspective on the politics. And then I got hooked on the final few episodes of The Traders Ireland. Yeah, it's called The Traders Ireland. If you haven't seen it, it's a brilliant social deduction reality show. But what stuck me was the final breakdown of the game. The faithfuls, led by people like Oren and Vanessa, ended up working together to banish the traitors, Nick and Ben. It was a story of collaboration and collective intelligence, overcoming cunning individualism. After watching so much individualistic American reality TV, it was a subtle reminder that in their entertainment, the power of the group to correctly identify and eliminate the threat often wins the day. I think the lesson for us is to be a little less defensive and a lot more curious. We can be proud of our strengths, but we must also acknowledge that other successful models exist for how a society can function. Let's take a sip on that thought. So, there it is, my big return. Thank you for listening, and I'm really happy to be here and back. I'm thrilled, very thrilled to be back, sharing this little piece of Daily Sip with Marcel with you all. And I'm bringing a little bit of that slower, more reflective European energy into our Daily Sip. I got some homework for you today. It's simple. Take a true lunch break. Step away from the desk, leave the phone, and just enjoy your food. Enjoy your friends. Talk, and remember to share us. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button wherever you listen to podcasts. It helps us reach more people who could use a thoughtful start of their day. And if you have a friend who is planning a trip abroad or who loves reality TV, share this episode with them. Yeah, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. If today's sip gave you something to think about, smile about, or share, pass it on. Be sure to follow the show so we can keep sipping together. And until next time, I'm Marcel. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for letting me be part of your day. And until next time, keep noticing what makes life taste a little better. And if you're loving this, don't just sip in silence. Follow us, hit the subscribe button, and pour this into someone else's cup. Share it, spread it. Let's wake the world up together, one daily sip at a time.